Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you're here, you probably just came either from the pasta dough recipe or how to make pasta hand shapes. Today we're going to be doing the pasta maker video. This is simple, straightforward, put that way. So you're going to have your dough that rested for at least an hour. The reason you want it to rest is you want the water to incorporate into the flour. It makes the dough more pliable and rollable. It's just easier to work with, so make sure to let it rest for a bit. A little cutter here, cut the dough, a spoon with the flour. You're going to just place the flour. I don't have a dryer, so a lot of people have dryers, like pasta racks to dry their noodles on. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna sprinkle some flour, twist, and put them on this cookie sheet to dry. Before I freeze whatever I freeze or before I make fresh pasta, whatever. So I'm gonna do the whole thing with linguine or angel hair noodles. It says spaghetti on this thing, but it's way too thin to be spaghetti, so it's gonna be angel hair. So I'll do both so you can see the difference, but they're both so beautiful. So I'm just gonna unwrap this thing. So this side over here really thins out the pasta dough. You need to thin it out before you make the noodles. And I want to take off little pieces at a time. And you'll see why. It really stresses out. It's a lot easier if you don't have a lot to do. I'm literally going to start with something this size. You will see how much it really stretches out. So I'm just going to first, if it's a little sticky, you could try to put flour on it. I'll try first and see how sticky it is. If it sticks to, I'll put a little bit of flour. Just bring a little bit of flour. I'll say, put some on the cookie sheet right here for easy access. Sprinkle it a little bit. Rub, rub. Okay, so I'm going to start on the lowest setting, which is 1, and it goes up to, I want to say, it goes up to 9. A lot of times I end at 7. That's generally where I like it. When it gets to be 9, it's really, really thin, but you can do whatever you like. You don't want to skip. You always want to go in order 1, 2, 3, 4 as far as thickness goes for the pasta machine. The reason you don't want to skip is 1, it could tear, it could pull. You don't want any of that, but also it makes the pasta tougher. If you're gonna skip, it makes it harder. You want a nice, smooth, enjoyable bite to your pasta. You don't want it to be too tough. So you can get a pasta machine. Mine, I just got at Home Goods for like $30. You can get ones for that price. I'm sure you can see them on Amazon. This is just a simple one that makes linguine and spaghetti. They have ones that go all the way up into the thousands, I'm sure. So you can get ones with like different attachments to make different noodles. I don't have that, and that's okay. So I'm starting on 1, and I'm just gonna crank nice and slow. What I always do is I end up taking my hand when the pasta is coming through below, and I place it. That way I can catch it, and it has somewhere to roll, and it won't drop on the floor, and so it won't pull, because that weight, gravity is still working when you're making pasta, obviously. And if you're not catching it below, it can pull down and tear. You don't want that. So that was 1. We're gonna go to the next one. And this is very repetitive. My hand under, catch. Three. You'll really see how long this gets. And you'll understand why I said to start with small pieces. I mean, you can really make a blanket sheet of pasta. There's really now handmade noodles and ones we made with a pasta maker, to me, take about the same time. It's just that with 1, you're putting in a lot more sweat and elbow grease, and with the other one, you are not. So you can see this is getting pretty long already. Okay. This is 7. See, when it gets too long to handle by yourself, just cut it in half. Work with it. This is a very long but beautiful sheet of pasta. This is a 7, and this is about where I like it. So I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to start with linguine. I'll do it about halfway. I'll keep going a little bit, and then I'll catch the noodles underneath. And see, sometimes if you're not lifting it, it won't continue to go through. See, I'm not very happy with these. That's okay, they're tending to stick together a little bit. Which to me tells me that I need more control, so I'm going to shorten them. I'll just add this to another piece. You know what? And that happens, right? Not perfect. So I'll just grab another piece. I also think they're a little bit too wet, so they keep sticking together. So sprinkle with some flour. So you don't have to worry about it. If you think I'm perfect and I do this perfectly all the time, I don't. It happens. Nothing always comes out perfect, and you know what? It's dough, so we can just put it back in a bowl and try again. Okay, I'm gonna start at 1 again. I'm going to really try to thin this out just a little bit. It is a wetter recipe. Ooh, if you need to add some flour to make sure it doesn't stick together. You know, I realized with that last one, it was sticking. I didn't like that, so. Two. 3. You also learn things about your pasta machine. Like I learned that my dough likes to be pulled to the right, so I really try to push it more to the left. Like I try to start more to the left, because I know that it does move. And you never want to crank too quickly because it can snag and rip your dough. Just because I want to make sure that it does not stick, I'll add more. Turn it over. More. Change it to 4. You know, just because you have a pasta machine doesn't mean it's not going to take time. It takes time. Now this is where it's probably getting a little too long for me to handle just by myself, so I'm going to cut it in half. And I will continue. And I'll do this half and then I'll do that half. And that is okay. Okay. Place it in there. Do one more. Pick it up from under. So you can see it's pulling to the right. It's alright, as long as you go slow, it should turn out just fine. Now I'm learning today that I kind of like it at a 6, so that's what I'm gonna leave it as. I'm liking that thickness from my pasta today. You can go all the way up to 9 or whatever the thickness setting is that you want. But I am liking it at a 6 today. Here you go, you can see noodles. Much better. So just putting that flour really helped have things not stick together. So I'm just gonna twist it. And you want to avoid them sticking together, so you want to put some flour, sprinkle it on, and then you will just kind of go like this so that they separate and they dry separated. So you don't want to put them in a pot in one big ball and then they're all together. That defeats the purpose of cutting the noodles anyway. So, okay. Continue. So I'm going the wrong way. 5. So I'm going to do this one, 5 and 6, and then I will do some spaghetti. Catch it underneath. Six. And it's okay if it's not like a perfect square. It's alright. Everything comes together in the end, which is the important thing. Doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. Okay. Now to do the spaghetti, or as I like to say, angel hair attachment. You can just see how much thinner these are than the last ones. Nice and fine, they're beautiful. Again, I had a couple fall on me, that's okay. Again, just going to lace with some flour. Them dry, separate. Out. Slip the ball. Okay, try this piece again. Okay. I'm gonna start at one again. Trying to thin it out a little bit with my hands because I don't want it to rip if it's too thick to even get to one. Seeing if the one's not taking, it's too thin. Or thick, sorry. Ooh. Touching it under my arm. Okay. This is 5. And 6. Okay, I'm just gonna put this right into the linguine one. Not sure if you could just hear my cat. Catch it under. There you go. Bunch of beautiful linguine noodles. 1, 2. Dry out again. So over to the side. So I am just going to keep going with this until I make the whole thing. I'm going to pretty much do half linguine and half angel hair spaghetti. Again, just make sure you go by the number. Do it until your desired thickness. No one says you have to go to the absolute thinnest. And just go nice and slow, crank it, use as much flour as you want if it's sticking too much. And remember to dry on the side with some flour so that the noodles stay separate. Okay, well, thanks guys. I hope this helped with your pasta making. Thanks. Have a good day.